In the previous tutorial, /posts/go tutorial database/ you learned database access with SQLX. Now let us work with files. File I/O is one of the most common tasks in Go, reading configuration files, processing logs, exporting data, and more. Let's break it down. Writing a file. Write a file with os.writeFile. 0644 is the file permission. Owner can read and write. Others can only read. This is the standard permission for most files. Opening and closing files. For more control, use OS. Open, read, and OS. Create, write important. Always close files when you are done. Use defer file, close, right after opening. This ensures the file is closed even if the function returns early due to an error. Reading line by line with Bufio. Scanner for large files. Read line by line instead of loading everything into memory. Scanner, scan, returns true for each line and false at the end of the file. Scanner, text, returns the current line as a string without the new line character. The default maximum line length is 64 kilobytes. Buffered writing with Bufio. Writing many small pieces is slow because each write goes to disk. Use Bufio, writer to buffer writes. Important, always call writer, flush, before closing the file. Otherwise, data in the buffer will be lost. I/O, reader and I/O, writer. Go's I/O foundation. These two interfaces are the foundation of all I/O in Go. Files, network connections, HTTP bodies, buffers, and many other types implement these interfaces. This makes them composable. You can connect any reader to any writer. I/O, copy, connect a reader to a writer. I/O. Copy reads from the reader and writes to the writer until the reader returns io.of. Working with directories. Create a directory. List directory contents. Walk a directory tree. Use file path .walk_dir to recursively visit all files and directories. To skip a directory, return file path .skip_dir from the callback. Temporary files. Use os.createTemp for temporary files that you do not need to keep. The in the pattern is replaced with a random string. This prevents name collisions. JSON file processing. Read and write JSON files. CSV file processing. Read and write CSV files with the encoding/CSV package. For large CSV files, read one record at a time instead of using read all. Error handling patterns. For file operations, always handle file errors properly. Check for specific error types. OS that does not exist. Error. File does not exist. OS this permission. Error. No permission to access. OS is exist. Error. File already exists when creating. Common mistakes. 1. Forgetting to close files. Unclosed files leak file descriptors.